Portsmouth, Virginia is situated on one of the world's largest natural harbors, and it's home to America's oldest shipyard. So of course, recreational boating and special events along our waterways is part of life here. And that's especially true this August. We'll tell you about some of those events and other fun things to do here in Portsmouth throughout the month of August, right here, right now, on this episode of Portsmouth Now. Welcome to this August 2025 episode of Portsmouth Now. I'm your host, Rob Lauer. Our first guest on our show today is Mark Polomarchuk, Director of Portsmouth Parks and Recreation, and he's going to tell us about weekly concerts at Festival Park every Thursday evening throughout the month of August, as well as other special events happening throughout the month that you won't want to miss. Mark, welcome back to Portsmouth Now.
Thanks for having me, Rob.
So tell us, what does Parks and Recreation have in store for us in August?
August is a very busy month for Parks and Recreation, beginning with the very first weekend, August 2nd. It is our annual Coast Guard 5K, 10K race. Of course, City of Portsmouth is an official Coast Guard city, so this will be our 11th year running that 5K, 10K race on that first Saturday in August.
And where is that held?
That'll be at Festival Park, right outside of City Hall, in front of the pavilion. And it's a nice 5K race around Old Town. And then if you're doing the 10K, you're just going to repeat that route twice.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and then of course we roll right into that following week on August 5th, Tuesday, is actually National Night Out. Now it's a police department program that Parks and Rec assists with, and it is, it is what its name says. It is the National Night Out for police departments all throughout the nation. So a lot of live entertainment, free food, vendors for purchase as well. A lot of resource vendors will be out there. Bike giveaways, other raffles that'll be going on. It's just a really good event. It'll be taking place from 3 p.m. till 8 p.m. that Tuesday on August 5th.
And that is also at Festival Park?
That is also at Festival Park.
Okay.
And then staying with that theme, we have, of course, Sunset Thursdays at August 7th. We have Groove Line 757 coming out. They play a lot of 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s type of music. Mm-hmm. So a little bit more old school, but really good band, and it usually draws a very good crowd as well.
And the Sunset Thursdays are every Thursday in August?
It will be every Thursday in August, yes. Ending with August 28th, we'll have Raw Jazz to finish us out.
Fantastic.
Yes, but then that week doesn't end. So as soon as Sunset Thursdays is done, that very next Sunday, August 10th, we actually have our annual Back to School event. We call it our Back to School Bash, and we partner with Big Homies Community Outreach Program, and we do balling on the river, so we'll have basketball games actually going on at the pavilion, along with the school supply giveaway, free food, live entertainment, a lot of kids activities, so it's just a really good family-friendly event.
Wow, that sounds great.
Yes, and then going all the way through, as I mentioned, Sunset Thursdays going throughout at Festival Park. We also have a concert at City Park on August 29th. The city partnered with the Virginia Symphony Orchestra, so they'll be out there on that Friday, August 29th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for a free concert. Folks are encouraged to come out, bring their blankets or chairs and set up under the sky and have a nice backdrop to the Virginia Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, it's beautiful. City Park is beautiful. We've talked in some of our interviews for this show, but it really is with the waterways, and it's never looked better than it looks now.
It really hasn't, and usually you get a nice good breeze in August as well, so even on hot days it's it's bearable. So
now for those who might not know where Festival Park is, because I'm sure there are some people that watch this that don't know exactly, where is that located?
So actually if you type in 801 Crawford Street, that is the City Hall address, and it is right next to City Hall.
And it's right near Elizabeth River and...
Yes, and the Portsmouth Pavilion is right behind it as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for coming here and telling us what you have in store.
It was my pleasure. Thanks for having me, Rob.
Smokey Glover, president of Portsmouth Powerboat Association, joins us next to tell us about a powerboat regatta taking place on the weekend of August 9th and 10th. Smokey, welcome to Portsmouth Now.
Thank you for having me.
Now you're here to tell us about an event that's coming up in August in City Park that features something happening on the waterways. Can you tell us about that?
That's correct. We're having a vintage powerboat regatta. It's a demonstration and display of vintage race boats from past years. There will be boats coming from all up and down the East Coast. They'll be on display on shore as well as operating in the water. They'll be running off and on throughout the morning and throughout the afternoon. It'll be a day-long event. During midday, we open the pits up where everybody can walk through, look at the boats close up, touch them. There's some boats that we feel fine putting the kids in them, getting their pictures taken, and they can play like they're driving, and that goes over real well. But it's mainly to expose the area around here to what we used to do on a regular basis when we had powerboat racing in Portsmouth.
Okay. Now, what are the dates for this?
August 9th and 10th.
August 9th at City Park. Now, who sponsors the event?
It's sponsored by the Portsmouth Powerboat Association, and we do this with the support of our donors and sponsors. The business community has stepped up behind it. And the benefactor of it is Ed Marks Children's Hospice, based here in Portsmouth also.
Fantastic. And is there a national sponsor or a national organization that's all involved with this?
There is. The American Powerboat Association is the national sanctioning organization, and this falls under their sanctioning guidelines. We operate under their rules, under their insurance. They're similar to like the NASCAR of car racing, and we have to abide by their do's and don'ts.
Okay. Now, you're from here in Portsmouth. You
yes.
mentioned powerboat racing used to be something that was part of life around here. That is not the case anymore.
Well, it was very popular around here 60s and 70s and up into the 80s, and then times just changed and people grew up and moved on, and it sort of died out. And then the vintage powerboat regattas started picking up steam. People found out that they still had boats in their garages they used to race. They want to go out and ride them again. And this became real popular. It's similar to vintage sports cars are doing the same thing. And to qualify as a vintage powerboat, it's got to be 25 years old as a survivor, or a restored older boat, or a direct replica of an older boat. So it's when you look at it, it's like you're looking at what was running out here 20, 25, 30 years ago.
That's cool. Now, you grew up doing this on the water?
I did. I grew up in Churchland, and we all had boats as well as bicycles. And you know, powerboat racing goes back to when my friend got his boat, and off we went. So
wow.
You know.
That's great. Now, people want to find out more about this. Is there a website that they go to, or a number they call, or anything like that?
Portsmouth Powerboat Association does have a Facebook page.
Okay.
American Powerboat Association has a website that's very informative. Both of those are very user-friendly. And on the Facebook page, there's plenty of contact info.
Okay. And this event has a name. It's called Powerboats at the Park?
Powerboats at the Park.
Okay. It sounds like a lot of fun. Really sort of a trip down memory lane and get to see some new stuff too.
A lot of people have been real pleased that we're doing this back at City Park because they can remember when we used to do it.
Yeah, well, City Park, having grown up here and being very old too, it really, I don't think it has ever looked better. And I know that probably there are a lot of people watching this who probably haven't been to City Park in decades, but it is really, it's very nice. It really is. They've cleaned it up really well.
Well, that's true. And when the mayor and I first talked about doing this event again, one of his first things was we underutilized City Park. We need to do some more of this. So this is part of that goal too.
That's great. So give us the website one more time. It's a Facebook page, and it's...
The Facebook page is Portsmouth Powerboat Association, and the website is American Powerboat Association, or APBA. Either one of those will take you to it, and both of them have got a lot of information on it.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for coming here and telling us about it.
Thanks for having me.
The Portsmouth Seawall Art Show has been a beloved event for over half a century. Here's Art Show President Barbara Byers to tell us about this year's show. Barbara, welcome back to Portsmouth Now.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you were here to tell us about one of really Portsmouth's premier annual events,
right.
And that is the Seawall Art Show.
That's correct.
And that has been going on for how long now?
53 years. This is our 53rd year.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, it's called the Seawall Art Show, but it's no longer on the seawall.
Right.
It has
We moved a few years ago to have the art show on High Street, between Crawford and Court Streets, and so the artists have their tents on both sides of High Street, down all the way on the 2 blocks.
Yeah, and as scenic as the seawall is, next to the water, a little bit more shade here, there's
Right.
shops, people can really check out the art, duck in somewhere, get something to eat,
exactly.
come out.
Exactly, and you know, we work with the local restaurants as well to help them. In fact, some of them stay open or open on Sundays because they get more traffic.
Yeah,
because
I'm sure they
because
do.
of the show.
Yeah. But now, there are a lot of art shows, of course, everywhere, and a lot of them, typically someone maybe will decide, I want to watercolor paint. And so they'll do watercolors for 6 months or so, and they'll show their family and friends, and oh, that's really good. And they'll think, I'll be in an art show. I'll take it to an art show. Or maybe they decorate stuff. They go to one of the stores and buy some stuff, and they get the hot glue gun and glue stuff together. And people say, well, you should try to sell those. And so they get into an art show. That is not the type of art show that we have here.
No, Seawall Art Show is a juried art show. So artists have to apply to be in the show, and then we have a panel of jurists who review the applicants and their art and choose the ones that fit our standards of fine art. So everyone has been vetted before they're in our art show.
Okay, now you talk fine art, and a lot of people in today's society hear fine art, they think, uppity. But actually it is a wide variety of things that is very accessible to people.
Oh, absolutely. We have ceramics, jewelry, oil paintings, photography, some fabric art, and some metal art. So there's something for everybody.
And my understanding is the things that are artwork that is made from various components, the artists make those components themselves?
They do. The artists make everything that
so
is
no one's
shown.
going to a thrift store or arts and crafts store and buying stuff.
No.
They're making all
They
of
are
this.
producing their art in their studios before they get here.
And this is for sale to the artists?
Yes, we love for people to come down and look at the art and make purchases, think about, holidays, birthdays coming up. And
Actually, this is a great place if you know somebody who has loves art, or maybe they moved, a great place to get a Christmas present for them.
absolutely it is.
Yeah.
And we also have entertainment. We have music acts both Saturday and Sunday, and the show runs August 23rd and August 24th from 10 to 5 on Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday. And we have musical groups that play throughout. We've got all types of music. We've got steel drums and bluegrass and jazz and blues, and it covers a lot of genres.
It really is a festival feel.
It really is. And new this year, the Virginia Symphony Orchestra is going to have an instrument petting zoo for children. Now, it's not animals, it's instruments, and kids can come and hold the violin and hear from the musician how they got to be a musician.
Right.
It's just going to be a really fun thing. And we also have face painting for kids, so there's something for everybody. The whole family can be entertained and also hopefully see some beautiful art that they want to take home with them.
Absolutely, that's great. So if people want to find out more about this, is there a website that they can visit?
Yes, we're on Facebook and we have a website. The website is seawallartshow.org, and you can just search on Facebook for Seawall Art Show and you'll find the Facebook page.
Well, people really should check it out. If they haven't, it really is just a fantastic weekend-long event. Barbara, are there prizes given to the artists in this art?
There are. We have cash prizes that range from $250 to $1,800 for the prizes that we have a professional judge who chooses the recipients of those prizes. We also have a student art show that is also judged for middle school and high schoolers, and they also receive cash prizes, not quite as large as the adults do, but they do receive prizes. And I would like to point out our purpose, besides enhancing the city with beautiful art. We support the Portsmouth Art and Cultural Center. That's what our profits go to every year.
Okay, and that is the Art and Cultural Museum that's in the old courthouse at the intersection of Court Street and High Street. In fact, Stephen is our next guest. So
wonderful.
We'll be talking to him in a few minutes about what's going on there. But that's fantastic. And these artists also, they come from up and down the East Coast.
They do. We have people from Florida to Maine.
And I think you said there's even a couple from the Midwest?
Right. We have a demonstration of basket weavers. These are not juried artists, but they're demonstrating their craft. They come from the Midwest. And we also have the Tidewater Turners, who are wood turners. Sorry about that. And they have a big presence too to show off their craft.
Wow, so there's just a lot to see and do.
It is.
Really, like I said before, a festival type feeling for the whole weekend.
It is.
Well, give us the website one more time where people can go to find out.
Okay, it's seawallartshow.org, or you can go to Facebook and search for Seawall Art Show.
Fantastic. Thanks for being here. And really, be sure to check out the Seawall Art Show. You'll be glad you did. We'll be right back with more Portsmouth Now right after these messages.
Hey Portsmouth, are you ready for?
One night, one community. National Night Out 2025 is here. Join us Tuesday, August 5th, 3 to 8 p.m. at Festival Park for free treats, live music, vendors with giveaways, and health screenings from Bon Secours and Centera. Bring the family and have fun with Portsmouth Police at the biggest national night out party in Hampton Roads area.
I'm Dr. Richard A. Singletary. I have a gallery at 3600 Greenwood Drive. I teach violin and piano here in the area. At one time, I taught English as a second language for the Portsmouth Public School System. And I also have an African American art exhibit here. I have been teaching here for 58 years. I am Richard A. Singletary. I am Portsmouth and I am Portsmouth proud.
Welcome back to this August 2025 episode of Portsmouth Now. And we'd like to welcome back to Portsmouth Now Stephen Gurnett from the Portsmouth Museums, specifically the Portsmouth Art and Cultural Center. Welcome back, Steve.
Thank you so much, Rob.
Now, first tell us where the Art and Cultural Center is located for those who may never have been there.
Okay, so it's on the corner of Court and High. It's a major intersection in the Old Town District. Just a block up from the Children's Museum, right across from the Commodore Movie Theater, the vintage 1920s Art Deco dinner theater.
Right.
So it's really easy to find.
And it's historical itself.
Yeah, the building itself and the courtyard is historical because we're housed inside the 1846 Norfolk County Courthouse when it was first built. And so we've got this courtyard around it, and that allows us to have a lot of programming. And of course, every weekend on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. there's a farmer's market that surrounds our courtyard and the church, Trinity Church across the street. And it's gotten quite big. And so we can have more programming inside the courtyard and kind of piggyback on that programming. But we've actually also just started a program during the week that came about in July, and it's going to continue through the end of August. Every Wednesday and Friday, we'll have a local musician play and perform from 11:30 to 1 o'clock, sort of during the lunchtime.
Yeah.
And we provide complimentary soft drinks and chips, snack chips. So the idea is people can come in and hang out and listen to music. The series is called Sound Bites, and it features about 3 or 4 local musicians that rotate, and it's free and open to the public, and people can bring their lunch if they want to, or they can just
bring a
hang
sandwich
out
and get the chips and drinks from you.
Exactly. And so we're doing that. So far it's been really successful. We've had a lot of group homes with residents that need to get out into the community. So they've found that an easy and convenient resource to participate in. But then we also have programs
about your courtyard too. It is because it is a wrought iron fence rod. It's very spacious, and there's trees. It's so shady in this hot summer
That makes
weather.
a big difference.
It really is, and it's just so pleasant to be there. It really is. It's a
we're
beautiful
also trying
location.
to get some more tents and maybe
And there are tables and
umbrellas.
chairs in there
Yeah.
to sit at.
Exactly.
So it really is sort of a little oasis, and of course it's very beautiful, that intersection in Old Town.
And so for August, we have a first Friday of the month concert in the evening. All these are free and open to the public. So this is from 5 to 8. This month it's going to be Ward's Pocket. They'll perform from 5 to 8, and it's sponsored by the Commissioner of the Revenue, Frankie D. Edmondson, and it's hosted by Support Portsmouth Public Art, which is a locally based community that's been integral in getting murals and sculptures in place around the city.
Yeah, and particularly here in Old Town. They're
Exactly,
everywhere,
yeah.
really, yeah.
So they really help us out, and so we can offer that. And then the September concert is going to be another new band that we've never had called Wild Heart for this series. And then there'll also be programs on Saturdays during the market. Usually I like to have music from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I'll do an art activity that's different every month. It's a colored crazed series, and it's a quick, fun art activity that tries to explore new materials that people haven't tried yet. And I do that from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday.
Yeah, and really Saturday, the farmers market, I think it was actually voted, I think by Coastal Virginia Magazine as the People's Choice for the best farmers market in this region.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's like, again, it's almost, I've said this in another interview, it's almost like a festival type feeling down there on Saturday mornings, every Saturday morning of the year.
And there's a lot of foot traffic.
Exactly.
So the idea with that weekday series is to kind of help foot traffic during the week.
Yeah.
But then the end of August, we have a really big event that we have every year called Maker Fest. Now this is actually not at the Portsmouth Art and Cultural Center. So we used to do this as a department-wide event where we would host this at several different locations. But we thought it might be a good idea to consolidate everything into one location. So it's going to take place right outside the Children's Museum, right outside the Welcome Center here in the Middle Street Mall area.
Yeah.
And it's going to feature a number of different artisans and makers of all kinds that deal with math and science. And people can come and they can watch and learn about all the different materials and processes behind these creators. And in some cases they can try it if they want to, you know, try and make something in clay or try to paint something in sumie. That a lot of these artists will let the public participate in that sense. And this will be a free event on August 30th, it's a Saturday. It's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And like I said, it's all going to be located in the Middle Street Mall area right outside the Children's Museum.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
So we're looking forward to that.
Okay, well, thanks so much for coming here and telling us about all of this. And I would just encourage people to check out the farmers market, check out First Fridays at the courthouse. And admission, if there is an exhibit on those First Fridays, admission is free into the museum when there are exhibits there.
Yeah, and we always open the lobby up during these events so people can use the restrooms and get a drink of water. We have plenty of cold water to give away.
All right.
Because it's hot.
It is very hot. Well, thanks for coming here in this heat and telling us what's happening in August.
Thank you so much, Rob.
You're welcome. Our final guest on today's show is Thomas Butt from Friends of the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard Museum to tell us about a boating special event taking place during the first week of September for adults and for kids. Tom, welcome to Portsmouth Now.
Thanks very much, Rob.
Now, you're here to tell us about an event on the waterways that's taking place, I think, on Saturday, September 6th.
That's correct. It's called the Paddle Battle. And this year we're introducing the Junior Paddle Battle, which I'll be able to tell you more about in a minute.
Okay, now what exactly is the Paddle Battle and how long has it been going on?
This is our 5th year, and we race stand-up paddle boards and kayaks from the High Street Basin down here at the foot of High Street to the Hammerhead Crane in the Navy Yard and back. That's a 2-mile run. That's for entrants 15 years old and up, and we have various classes based on the age, and we also have a professional class.
Okay, cool. And this year you're introducing a paddle battle for kids.
Well, we've been working on it for a few years. The city has partnered with us on that aspect of it. And what we do is for children 8 to 14 years old, we give them a little bit of training in a kayak on land down here. And then we put them into the basin. They don't go out into the river, but we put the kids with an adult in the tandem kayak into the basin and give them some in the water training. The key to this is they must know how to swim. Well, I've always been amazed at how many people in this area don't swim. And so this really hit home with me. And what we've done is partnered with the YMCA, and any child that, we have 36 slots for this, any child that doesn't know how to swim, the YMCA will teach them how to swim and give them a certificate. Then when they register, we're comfortable with their abilities. Children must have a parent or a primary guardian with them at all times during that part of the event.
All right, but they can sign up for free swimming classes at the YMCA.
The whole event for the children is free.
Okay. Now, you mentioned who is sponsoring the paddle battle?
We are the Friends of the Naval Shipyard Museum, which is at the foot of High Street, right where our event occurs. And we're the fundraisers for the Naval Shipyard Museum and the Lightship. So we present these funds because it's a city operation, and of course they're limited to budgets and things. So this gives us some local input. It's a really vibrant group. We raise good amounts of money, and community engagement is one of our goals.
Yeah, well, that certainly fills all of those slots. That's great. So now, do you have sponsors for this event?
We do. We're selling sponsors at different levels. 2,500 is the premier sponsor. Then it's 1,000, 500, and 250. We're still looking for sponsors. We have many. Is this a good time to
Sure,
mention
yeah,
them?
go
Okay.
ahead.
Closet and Glass is one of our gold sponsors, as is Freedom Boat Club, the Old Town Civic League, Rivers Casino, Fairlead, the Portsmouth Boat Club, MD Lock and Dock, High Street Pizza and Pour, Seaward Marine, Tidewater Yacht, Ocean Yacht, the Rotary Club, and Town Bank. Lynn Atkinson, and she's a realtor, and RT Atkinson Building Corporations are sponsors. Bloom supports us. The InQ Hub down here at the tunnel, and the Old Town Civic League,
Okay.
among others.
So that's a lot of support from local businesses.
Yes, and then several local restaurants donate food, High Street Pizza and Pour, Quads, Barron's, to help feed the racers, as well as our VIPs. We have a VIP tent with beverages and food. Registration starts early in the morning, and it's a long day.
Okay. So this is Saturday, September 6th.
Yes.
Tom, if people don't have a kayak, but what do they do? Do they bring their own kayak, or do you provide them?
Certainly can bring their own kayaks, and we'll help them get out of the parking lot and into the water with that. But two of our partners in this are the Hoffler Creek Wildlife Preserve. They loan us kayaks, and Virginia Beach Surf Sessions. They bring us some kayaks as well. They also are lending trained instructors for the junior paddle battle function of that. And it's a limited number of kayaks that we'll have on loan, and it's a $10 fee the day of the event if you need us to provide a kayak, and that's on a first come, first served basis. Another thing that I'd like to mention is the Challenge Cup is the last race of the day, which ends about noon. And it's the United States Navy and the U.S. Coast Guard commands racing against each other. And so it's been a lot of exciting things, builds a lot of momentum, and it's a pretty good event.
Yeah, it sounds a lot of fun.
And then we have a trophy for them, and they get their name, and then they hold the trophy for a year. So.
Okay, now people want to find out more. Do you register ahead of time? Do you register the morning of the event only?
You can register on the event. We prefer that you register ahead of time.
Okay.
Our early bird sales for the racers is over now. The tickets are now $50 per racer. And you can go online to portsmouthpaddlebattle.com to register. We take a break on accepting registrations on Thursday night, the 4th, at 7 p.m. so that we can prepare as we need to do for the actual event. And then if a racer misses those registration times, they can sign up the day of the race for $60. Okay,
now that's for kids who want to sign up for the swimming lessons to be in the junior paddle battle. Do they also go to that website?
They should, and there will be a reminder to drop down to the junior paddle battle to register, and it gives them all the information where they can have their parents or guardian approval, of course.
Okay, fantastic.
Again, we want to teach them how to swim.
That's great. So one more time, give us the website address.
portsmouthpaddlebattle.com.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, Tom, and telling us about the event.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you.
That's it for our show today. If you'd like to find out more about any of the events featured on today's show or any other events taking place in Portsmouth during August, simply log on to www.portsvacation.com and then come to Portsmouth, where if you give us a day, we'll give you a vacation. I'm Lauer. Join me next month for the September episode of Portsmouth Now.